Okay, so let's dive in. Today we're tackling something, well, pretty universal, right?
Mm-hmm. That feeling.
Yeah, that first day at a new job.
Yeah.
We're looking specifically at a scenario set in America.
Yeah.
It's always that mix, excitement, maybe some nerves.
Definitely. And just trying to absorb everything at once, it can be a bit much.
Exactly. So we've been looking at some material excerpts from a resource that's actually designed to help people through this exact thing.
Right. And our goal here is to pull out the really useful bits, the practical tips, maybe some cultural cues hiding in there.
Stuff that can help you feel ready, maybe even a little more confident when you walk in that door.
So the source introduces us to Emily. It's her first day. And she's feeling, exactly that mix, excited but nervous.
She's done her homework, though. Got her documents, dressed the part, showed up early.
Yeah, that early arrival. It's simple, but it matters.
It really does. Shows respect, gives you a second to breathe before things kick off.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, Emily gets there, heads to reception, and then comes the first real interaction.
Right, she meets Tom. He works in her department, and his greeting is pretty key. He says, "Hi, you must be Emily. I'm Tom. I work in the same department. Welcome aboard."
That welcome aboard. It's such a common phrase, isn't it?
Yeah, very American, friendly, informal.
Instantly makes it feel less like a sterile office and more like, okay, I'm joining something here, a team. It's a small thing, but it lands well.
And what's interesting is how Tom just jumps right in to help. He doesn't just say hi and disappear.
No, he offers practical help. Let me show you around. Here's your desk, and this is our break room. Basic stuff, but crucial.
And then the offer, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Huge. Just knowing who you can ask is a massive relief on day one. It tackles those immediate anxieties. Where do I put my stuff? Can I get a coffee?
Exactly. Establishes a friendly point of contact right away. Emily naturally is grateful.
And she asks, well, a really fundamental question. Comes right out with it.
Yeah, what time is our lunch break usually? You need to know.
Absolutely. Survival 101. And Tom's answer is straightforward.
Usually around 12 noon. You can eat in the break room or go out. Simple, gives options, nice little insight into flexibility maybe.
Then he adds another really practical tip.
Oh yeah, the email. Oh, and don't forget to check your work email for today's schedule.
That's vital. It's not just about the schedule itself, but it points to where important info lives.
Right. Your inbox is often ground zero for what's happening, meetings, who to contact, all that stuff.
Emily says, got it. So asking about lunch, checking email, these are the basics. But it highlights that you need to be proactive.
Totally. You need to seek out information, identify those helpful people like Tom.
So beyond lunch and email, what else should you be trying to figure out on day one, even if nobody spells it out for you?
Well, yeah, that's where you got to be switched on. Beyond the physical stuff, desk, break room.
Yeah.
You need to start mapping out the people.
Okay, like who?
Your direct manager, obviously, if you haven't met them properly. Who else is on your immediate team? And maybe spotting other potential Tom's people who seem approachable.
And what about the work itself? Any initial tasks?
Exactly. What should you focus on after you get your login sorted? What tools are essential? How does the team actually communicate day to day?
Is it all email? Slack? Carrier pigeon? You need to know.
Right. Asking those clarifying questions like, who do I ask about IT issues? Or is there a standard template for this that shows initiative? Helps you get up to speed faster.
So this whole interaction with Tom, brief as it is, it's like a mini model for the first day.
It really is. It shows Emily being prepared.
Being early, dressing right.
The impact of a welcoming colleague like Tom stepping up.
And then the need for Emily to actively gather info. Asking about lunch, noting the email advice.
It's not passive. You can't just wait for it all to land in your lap. You have to identify what you need and go ask.
And those first few interactions, they really set the tone for how comfortable you feel, how quickly you integrate.
Absolutely. If you feel a bit less overwhelmed initially, you've got more bandwidth to absorb the really complex stuff later, the job details, the team dynamics, the unspoken rules.
Okay, so Emily wants to learn and get to know everyone. Tom's welcome is a great first step on that path.
Definitely a good start.
But day one is more than just one friendly chat and finding the break room.
Yeah.
So thinking beyond Tom and lunch, what other connections or what key information should you actively try and lock down on that first date and really start building that foundation for success? What else is crucial to seek out?